One. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Disaster Tour. I'm PT, your Disaster Tour Guide, and we are back with episode 149? 8? 9?
That's crazy.
8.
7, 6, 5, 4,
Episode
3, 2,
148
1.
of Bits, Crits, and Halfwits.
Count.
Welcome to all of our wonderful players, and our question for the day is, when this is over, what do you want to be? First, we have Lulin Boldspeaker, the Minotaur Druidin from Oldfast, played by...
Hi, it's me, Brambo. And what I want to be is an actual father with his real kids and his wife. A family.
Damn.
Then we have Elliot Burning Oak, the half-elf blizzard from Zraya, played by...
Hello, it's me, Isaac. Still no tagline. Sorry. But I think that if Elliot was any of the Beatles songs, it would be Let It Be.
Oh my god.
Really? I think it'd be Yellow
I also
Submarine.
agree.
Yellow Submarine? All right. I will take recommendations, but Yellow Submarine, way off base.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it's the only
Maybe Back
Beatles
in the
song I know off the
USSR.
top of my head, so...
That's pretty good. No, I really love, I feel like an underrated Beatles song is Revolution. I really like that song.
Revolution
That
is
one a
good.
pretty good one, yeah.
Hi, Hank. Just shoved your way in here, huh?
Yeah, Hank.
All right, then we have Lyra Dream Shadow, the
If Hank were a Beatles song, what song would Hank be?
Hey, Jude.
That's
Hey
so
Jude, that checks
Hey
out.
Jude, sung from the staircase to the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Lyra Dream Shadow, the Kalistar Wizard from Stumpvale, played by...
Wow.
I know, so rude.
If
every
you
time.
think that's not going to be the city's name in Campaign 2, you're higher than I am.
I'm Rosie, when Rosie sees us on the internet. And, if Lyra was a Beatles song...
Not the question.
It is. I think if Lyra was a Beatles song, it would be With a Little Help from My Friends.
Yeah, that's so cute. That's absolutely her song. And what does she want to be when this is all over?
Whoa. Don't ask her another question. You get one.
Oh, that's true. There's just one.
Answer the real question, or you're going to be dust.
When this is all over, Lyra wants to be alive. Like, I feel like she would really like to go back to like her old simple life of like just chilling, learning, maybe teaching, being a teacher.
Well, you have to graduate college to be a teacher.
Well, college,
And, you know, somebody drank your final project.
practical experience, okay?
And Elliot did, in fact, reach out to the college and tell them not to graduate you if he doesn't survive. And he still hasn't, told them he lived, so...
That's true. Then we have News and World Walker, the Minotaur Sorbarian from Oldfast, played by...
It's me, the Sky Tea. I think after all of this, Nusa just wants to be a person. I think that's it. That's just wants to be a person somewhere in the world.
I would, however...
I actually genuinely don't know what Beatles song she would be if I were to assign one to her. I would have to
I'm trying to think it out.
I know, I'd have to actually puzzle it out. I didn't have a good one spring to mind.
I know I just have Sgt. Pepper's on the top of my head. I think I would go when I'm 64. I feel like that's...
Who doesn't
when
listen
I'm
to
64.
As someone who doesn't listen to the Beatles, I'm just going to look at their song list and just choose one at random for Newsin.
Okay.
There's a lot of
The
tracks.
Long and Winding Road? The Long and Winding Road?
That's a good one.
Yeah. Not that good of a song, but it's
Yeah,
but yeah.
But the vibe is right.
Yeah, the
And
vibe
then
is
last
right.
but not, certainly not least, we have Karakarim, the Furbolg sorcerer from Melania, played by...
Hello, it's Terminian Link VT, And if at the end of, I almost answered the first question without even having an answer to the first one. The real question is very similar to Newson's, except Newson probably already knows who and what they are, and Karak is going to hopefully spend that time finding out what it means to be them and them alone.
All right. Well, without further ado, last session on Biscuits and Halfwits, our
Whoa,
party.
whoa. What's your song?
No, only ask him one question. Fuck you, Isaac.
I like this song.
Last week on Biscuits
I'm
and
personally
Halfwits,
offended.
the party took a journey through death down the Twilight Path in order to find the ghost, or the spirit, vengeful spirit, some would say, of Velkenbara, who was exactly as helpful in death as he was in life. Somewhat more importantly than the death of the ultimate bastard was that the ultimate good boy teacher came back to life. Pharaoh has returned to disappear before the war ends to somewhere else. Because, in his words, divination is important, because you know what's harder to kill than a cockroach? A cockroach that can see the future.
Pretty good.
A lesson that I believe Elliot took to heart in his training.
That's a good answer.
Hunters of Hope. Well, I suppose, what are you now? The Lumberjacks?
Something like that.
As
I
you
mean,
find yourself,
honestly, I'm still digesting Hope. So
as you find yourselves in the inside of this now giant petrified stump of the tree that used to formerly be Stipvale, what are you all doing?
Where do we leave off? So
where we left off was Lulin had just dropped a line to Newson that was definitely nice, but because I cut us off after, definitely made it seem like he was gonna die.
Oh, right.
And I was upset about it.
Okay. So it worked. We're good.
Yeah, the locks have been changed to me.
Is next step like just go
Prepare.
Do we just
I think it's just prepare
Win.
and fight. Yeah.
win? Well,
Mhm.
okay. So easy, such an easy step. We've got this. Easy step.
I mean,
Win.
To be fair, we've won a lot before, so this should definitely be easy.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
before you
Probably.
came along, our favorite pastime was losing. So
Karak turned our luck, and we still have Karak. So
it's true.
That's true.
It's nice. I mean, I wouldn't attribute that to me, but I appreciate the sentiment.
yeah. Good. Okay. So what do we need then for this battle? Do we need anything else? Am I well rested? I think I'm well rested. So
You guys
I
probably
can't believe
have...
PT didn't let us ask the NPCs our questions.
Well,
That's true.
which NPCs? Because I was about to say, you probably have about a day before all the armies arrive at the World Tree if you want to bounce around and do your final little good lucks and goodbyes.
Well, I was going to say that Pharaoh's song is definitely Tomorrow Never Knows, which is
Yeah,
I haven't actually listened to
absolutely
it, but
is.
yeah, I also haven't
The
listened to that
title.
one. Huh.
well, I was reading through them and they're alphabetical here. They have a lot of like I want. There's like 8 songs that start with I want. Come on, guys, let's be original.
You know what? You know what's so funny? The car game that my family plays on road trips is name as many Beatles songs as you can.
There's so many.
I would simply lose.
There's also they have 4 songs that starts with she. There 3 of them are classics, I think. 2 of them are classics.
Okay.
All right.
Can you name them?
I'll think about it.
So where do we want to go?
Okay.
What do we want to do? You can instantly teleport anywhere in the world except for directly into the final fight. Well, I guess
Well,
you
I was
Um,
thinking, guys, we haven't checked out that dwarf island, and I'm thinking we could drag this out till April at least.
no, I just need to go say bye to my mom, and then
I,
we're good.
I can't wait for
I
you
think
guys to show up at
honestly,
the
we
dwarf
should have our
island.
final session April 3rd or 4th.
Why?
Um,
I think we should have the final session April 1st.
Yeah,
that's an
Rude.
option.
Will the
because they'll never
dwarves?
know if the ending was a joke or not.
Mm-hmm.
I think the real thing is they'll never know if the ending was planned or not.
I think they'll know.
I think we'll all know when we get to that final session whether the ending was well planned or not.
So Lyra definitely wants to go see her mom, but she doesn't need to do that first.
I'd like to counter Karok's song with the song that apparently I didn't know existed, but it's titled "What's Going On." That seems like a pretty correct.
Yeah. Mhm.
Anyway,
Okay,
sorry.
one of them
enough Beatles.
is one of them
I'm
she loves you,
focused.
like she loves you, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got
It is.
one.
Yep.
I'll think about the others.
You'll get there eventually.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm thinking.
Yeah, Elliot's got nothing. You know,
He doesn't want to go see anyone. You don't want to go see your brother, Elliot?
his brother is marching to his death at the World Tree. He'll see him.
Oh, true. Okay,
He'll
well,
yeah,
probably watch him
that's my
die.
question. I guess my dad probably wouldn't go, but most of my family would probably go fight too, so.
we could march with them. Like we could go see my. I guess my mom might also be marching there, or she might be waiting and get a teleport. But we could go see my mom, and then we could march with them.
Couldn't hurt. I mean,
Mhm.
Well, you know your mom's in Eisenmont. Or at least she was a day ago.
Uh, hey, Elliot, can you call my mom real quick?
I swear, if you make me, why?
Like, just ask
Yes.
where she is.
What do you
Okay.
want?
I just
What
want
do
to
you
know
want
where
to
she is
say?
because I want to go visit her before the.
Hey, where are you? That's the message.
hey, where are ya?
So cordial, General Burning Oak. We're preparing to lift off from Eisenmont.
There is not enough eye roll in the world for Elliot's response, but it sounds like they're an Isomont.
Hey, sick. Let's go.
At the end of the message, 3 additional words come in. I felt that.
Classic.
Nuzun is gonna turn to Lulin and be like, should we at some point head to Ulfast and give some of the people there the option to enter the World Tree now that we've changed the locks? Because I don't think they would have had access. And I know, a good chunk of people in those areas are not fighters and would probably take the opportunity to be safe inside of one of the World Trees.
Yeah, I
that's
guess.
I think that's a good idea.
Do
Yeah.
we know that anywhere has gotten that option? Like we could just bounce around to different places and give people the option.
Yeah, I don't think so. We don't even really know how Rook's Rest figured it out. I don't think they said.
That plan, like bounce around a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
telling people, and then go visit my mom, and then so we could tell Eisenmont first, and
Yeah.
then
Mhm.
and visit my mom, and then bounce around.
I guess the
Mhm.
closest
Okay.
place for them to get into a tree would be Bourgeoisie. Because
Mhm.
the Stipvale tree just got petrified. So
Right.
I don't think you're gonna be able to walk into that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true, probably. Or I don't know. What do you think, Llewyn?
I think I think that's a good idea to bounce around
Mhm.
everywhere and give people the option.
It'd be
But I
nice
think the
to-
question was, can they enter the Stipvale World Tree? Or is it dead to the connection?
Dead.
Roll nature at advantage, Lulin.
Hell yeah. Rolling Rolling
on the river.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I also would have accepted
not
that they
great.
see me rolling.
Okay, so
They
Lulin,
hating.
the basics of it. Oh God, you rolled a 5.
Uh-huh.
At advantage?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oof.
That's so sad.
There's a 5 and a
That's
2.
rough, buddy.
You don't think you could get them to the sanctuary from this world tree, but this world tree can still be used as a gate to get to other ones.
I don't think the sanctuary is accessible, but I think it's still a gate, if that makes any sense.
Okay, so people could maybe go to another world tree and then go in to the safe.
That's my guess.
Okay, cool.
I know it. I would. I'm sort of split on. There's people in Alania. We've never had a world tree, and so there's no. They've only had one for roughly a week.
Yes.
But also, last time I was there were monsters falling out of the sky. So I'm not quite sure how safe it would be to open that up while that is occurring.
I don't know either, considering that there's only one world tree, and honestly, I don't even think we've covered even a big portion of Alania.
It was only like a not me going to my actual map that I had at the beginning of the thing. One sec. Oh, never mind. I don't have this map anymore. It is.
It's okay. You guys explored 2 out of 9 cities.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
maybe like 20%.
Not to mention,
Oh,
how's the guy
they-
gonna get his giant cows into the world tree?
Yeah. Honestly, well, that just means we can't lose.
So
we
where
can't
are we
let
going?
the
Where are we
giant
going
cows
first?
die.
I think Eisenmont, because my mom was leaving, so let's
Yeah.
do that first, and then
Best to catch her before she
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah. I agree.
All right. You open the. Are you guys opening the door to Eisenmont?
Yeah.
As you open the door to Eisenmont, this kind of brittle, petrified wood cracks as these fresh roots emerge from beneath them, and a doorway opens. And through the doorway, you see the city of Eisenmont. And you see as soldiers clad in green leathers, some of them with white cloths around their neck, but all moving in formation, are loading themselves on to what few airships the city of Eisenmont has remaining. As you see your mother wearing a very similar set of armor to what you're wearing, Lyra. It's very clearly a recreation rather than the family armor.
Mm-hmm.
But she's standing with what was formerly your guys' commanders, kind of just organizing this force as they load up onto all these airships. And you see other groups of them preparing like wagon trains and horses. Some of them appear to be pulling what look to be somewhat like cannons, as they're all preparing to head north, because Eisenmont has arguably the shortest trip to Brester.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
As you all step out of the portal into the street, because the streets are made of dirt and you've been avoiding destroying cobblestones recently.
Lyra's just gonna like make her way over to her mom.
Not downtown.
As you make your way over to your mom,
Making my way.
you catch the tail end of her sentence. We'll have the cavalry go on the south side of our phalanx, and we'll have the airships overhead. Lyra,
Hi.
As the commanders kind of like drift away.
Yeah. Just wanted to, you know, I guess say this, just. And Lyra just hugs her mom. She's like not that good at describing what she's doing, but she is gonna give her a hug.
She hugs you back, and it's definitely a tighter hug than normal.
Yeah. So yeah, we're all gonna be fine. And yeah, so we're off. We're gonna like there might be some like safe zones inside the trees, and we're gonna kind of offer that as an option to some people. We're gonna, kind of ping around the world a little bit. And then I guess we'll meet you there. Unless you want to go in to the safe place.
I could never, Lyra.
Yeah, I know.
This is our family's fight, one way or the other.
Well, yeah, and we're gonna win this, and everything's gonna be fine. And so, this is a totally, we don't even need to have a conversation or anything. Yeah.
How are you doing, Lyra?
I'm doing okay, I guess. Just saving the world, as one does.
I just want you to know, because I don't think I've said it, and I should have, but I am, and your father would be incredibly proud of the woman you've become.
I mean, it's hard, but I mean, who else is gonna do it? So here we are. Hey, I have a question for you, actually.
Of course.
It's kind of, what do you think a world without magic would look like?
Honey, I don't think I can even imagine it.
Yeah, neither can I. Okay. She's gonna give her another hug, and she's like, "All right, okay, we're gonna win. And it's gonna be great."
We're gonna win. As she holds the hug a little longer than normal.
Yeah. There's like, okay, we're gonna go, get some people in safe places if they want to be, and then we'll meet you there.
Are you sure? You can fly with us if you want to. Also,
Maybe...
how do we get people? I mean, we do have civilians. How do we get people to these safe zones?
Oh yeah. So Lulin's gonna explain that to you real quick.
So within the world trees are these things called sanctuaries, and time, to our knowledge, time doesn't flow either the same or just not at all. But the people, what is it? Not Brester, Rook's Rest. The people over in Rook's Rest, they've been in there for a while now, and they've been sustaining well. So it's just whoever these civilians need to go, just need to be at a world tree, and we can let them in.
I'll divert a section of our forces to take them to Stipvale then. Some of our ground forces were unlikely to make it to the battle in time regardless.
About that, that's no longer accessible.
Wait, I thought you said that they could get through to the other tree there.
That's what I think.
I don't think you can just, like, go up to the tree, though, and be like, hey, open a door.
Oh, like we have to open it.
Probably.
Do we have to open all of them?
I mean, when it was Velkin's magic, you needed a coin to enter. I don't think, and that was just an extension. I think Lulin has to open them now, unless we make something similar.
Okay, so we need to we need to like send people off and then go and then do like a sweep to like tell people and then do a sweep around the trees to let them through.
Unless you want to try and split your new power, Lulin.
What do you mean split it?
Do you want to try and make your own version of a coin?
Hell yeah. What can go wrong?
Anybody want to help him?
Yeah,
Why
I
not?
will help.
All right. Lulin, roll Arcana at advantage.
I'm also gonna preemptively use this. I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points. You can add a D4 to whatever you roll.
Just like to remind everyone that your divination wizard's sitting on 2 nat 20s right now.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so mad that that's not tomorrow. For tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, you said Arcana at advantage.
That's a natural 20.
That's a
It
natural.
is
There
a
you go.
natural 20.
What does
Wow.
Hold up. Plus a D4.
Oh yeah,
Plus a
roll your
D4.
Plus a
True.
D4.
What's
Yeah.
a D4?
There you go.
Do we get max? Oh, we get max.
Oh,
get
max.
sick.
We get max.
What do you want your token to look like?
You should add security into it. It reaches out to you and it confirms the people.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not how that works.
Who said it's a nat 20?
He's not a magic firewall, regardless of how many natural 20s he gets.
I think it's still going to be a coin, but the emblem is going to be very, like Yggdrasil kind of vibe.
Got it. So it's just the coin.
It was that it?
Yeah, the
It's
coin
just
had a
the
tree.
coin with
The
the tree?
coin had a
It
giant
did have a tree on it.
Made the
Ah.
exact-
It had a tree on one side and a stump on the other.
Man, it's like, I don't know why this was so much work, but I think I've come up with the perfect thing.
Holds out the same
Where is
coin with slight variations.
Same point.
Behold your newly minted currency.
It's the same coin, but right at the bottom, like where you would see like E pluribus unum. It's just like by Lulin Boldspeaker.
No, it's just E.
No, it says fuck Velkin at the bottom.
Falcon at the bottom.
Yeah, it says fuck Velkin and Minotaur.
It
Yeah.
just said, I know this isn't proper Latin, but it just says E pluribus Lulin. From many
Yeah.
Lulin.
Yeah,
E pluribus unum
it'll
is from many one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Remember, kids, Carpe Pape sees the Pope.
Thank God, Carpe Pape sees the Pope.
What? Why do you want to seize the Pope?
Well, Carpe
Surely
Diem
it should
sees
be-
the day, and the only other word I learned in Latin was Pape before I actually looked into learning Latin, so Carpe Pape sees the Pope.
Mhm.
I don't know if I like the
surely-
word Pope means Pape.
Surely
Well,
it should be
If you want to know
Carpe
something even
Arum
wilder,
Pape.
did you
Carpe
know-
Arum Pape? Yeah.
probably.
Seize the Pope's
That's-
gold.
No.
Oh.
What is you know what?
Yeah.
More valuable. What is seize the Pope's library?
Hold up.
Yeah.
You think the Pope's library is worth more
I
than
think
the
the
Pope's gold?
Vatican is worth. I think the Vatican library is worth way more than any gold the Vatican has.
The Vatican has a lot of gold. They covered their buildings in it for
The
a long
Vatican
time.
has a lot of books that they've just hidden from human history too.
Here, let's see. Vatican library. This seems like I'm going to
Yeah,
go
you
down
know-
a conspiracy theory hole, and I
Oh,
don't.
you
that,
are.
that seems
Enjoy.
risky.
Anyways, moving right along, back to the conspiracy theory that is our D&D game. Lulin, you pass this coin over to Lyra's mother.
Also, according to Google Translate, seize the Pope's library is Pape Bibliothecum Carpe.
Bibliothecum.
Bibliothecum.
So with more thought, it's going to be kind of very similar to Velkin's coin, but with the tree, kind of like the roots and maybe like a owl, like a hole in the tree for like an owl or something. There's also going to be a kind of like on like some coins has like a half circle of like leaves or whatever, except that's flowers.
Laurel.
Laurels.
Yeah, the laurel. So there's going to be flowers, and then on the other side, it's going to be like the branches of the tree with birds.
I like it. All right. You pass this coin over as Lady Dream Shadow just kind of turns it in her hand and looks it over.
Yeah, so it'll be kind of like they have to go into the stump, but then come out at a different tree and then go back in.
What tree should we bring them out of?
Just any one of them that doesn't have monsters around it. Or probably the what one were we at before? The one where other people were. Yeah, that one.
All right. She kind of nods to you and she goes, "Well, I guess you have other important places to be, but be safe."
Let us know if you need anything.
We will.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how to get into contact with Elliot. So.
She kind of turns. When you say that, she very visibly rolls her eyes before settling them on Elliot. I do.
Yeah.
By the very same token, she can contact you.
Oh, well, I guess that's. I just, I don't know. I can't
why.
reach out.
Are you guys having like an argument? Is there a reason all communications have to go through me?
Oh, I don't know
I
message.
guess not. I just.
Or sending.
You don't.
Yeah, I just don't know
You
sending.
don't know. Neither of you know message or sending.
No,
It was never really something I needed to learn.
Really? All right. You know what?
It could
That
be
disappoints
worse. I
me.
could not know counterspell.
Well, yeah, that would clearly be worse.
Yeah, that would be worse. I don't remember if I know counterspell.
You do.
I do. Thank God.
Not Karak getting self-conscious of the fact they don't know if they don't know counterspell.
Listen, that was a targeted attack on a single wizard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was
that'd be
attempted to
crazy.
be.
Do you know? Oh yeah, neither of you have dispel magic.
Yes.
That's my
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, we delegate.
Yeah, together we cover all the bases.
As you guys are standing here, the first of the airships begin to lift off, kicking up dust as they fly north.
Let's go to the next one then.
Where's the next one?
You guys, we haven't been to Bourgeoisie, but we should probably give them an opportunity to escape too.
Mm-hmm.
There is a world
Right.
tree there.
We want to show up. Tell them the world is ending and invite them inside the world tree.
Yeah.
Okay, lead the way. We're gonna have to fly since we've never been there.
That's true. I mean, it seems kind of rude to just be like, well, we've never talked to you, so die, I guess.
Well, my plan was to save the world.
As you
Fair
guys
enough.
talk about this, Lady Dream Shadow's just looking at all of you, and she goes, You haven't heard, you haven't seen it. Oh my gosh!" And she turns around and she casts Major Illusion to presumably show you what the sky looked like the day before, as you see thousands of Aarakocra and Owlin flying north overhead.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, they've heard of us. Why did they listen to us?
That's a great question. I guess the
I mean,
call
I
to
can't argue
arms
with
is...
it, but
I mean, to be fair, in my experience, all of you are very convincing.
really? I mean, that's great to hear.
I mean, like, I showed up like a couple weeks ago, and now I'm standing beside you, possibly about to face. A couple weeks ago, I believed I was in service to a god, and that I should do nothing but devote my life to them. And now we're about to go and kill like one that was above all of them. Like that's pretty darn convincing.
Fair.
I don't like that you're right.
Whoa,
It's not
whoa.
my fault that this is how the dice have been rolled.
We all pan to the left.
A kobold in a soundstage uniform just shrugs.
Cole next to him holds up a cue card. Clap. Question mark.
The concept that this entire game has just been like a produced TV show by kobolds is honestly such an accurate statement.
I mean, considering the villain was like, their whole thing was like writing a damn good story, like,
Yeah,
it
of
wouldn't
course
shock
kobolds would
me.
make them the villain. They can't read. All right, where are we off to next? Bourgeoisie, Oldfast, I guess Zoraida.
Oldfast, I guess.
All right, where are we going? Are we going to the World Tree? Are we going to Oldfast proper?
We'd need to go to Oldfast proper to spread the word, and then...
All right. As you all open the portal to Oldfast, you step through, and while you see the city, you do not see a single Minotaur within.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh,
I guess that kind of makes sense. Maybe we
Yeah.
should go to
But you can't hear anything from the other side.
okay. From the other side.
I guess we haven't walked through?
mhm.
That was my assumption, yeah. I show you guys,
Yeah.
and then you
Oh.
decide to walk through.
Should we
Walk
go
through!
Yeah, let's walk through. Let's walk through just to check.
Hmm.
As you walk through, it is completely silent. Oldfast is a ghost town. And then you hear Nuzin, you hear your uncle yell from the direction of the World Tree. And you hear him yell the same word 3 times. Hold! Hold! Hold!
Wow. I couldn't understand a single one
Yeah.
I
of those
also
times.
didn't understand any of 3
He's-
times.
He
For
cut
some
out.
reason, he's yelling hold.
Oh.
Oh. Like at us, or like he's yelling
No,
this?
you hear it over the wind. He's yelling it loudly, and he's yelling it like a commander yells to an army.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go find them then.
Yep.
Well, they're somewhere around.
The shouts did come from the direction of the World Tree to the south, because it's like less than 10 miles from Oldfast to its World Tree.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Minotaurs are fucking loud.
Uh-huh.
10 miles loud? I'm impressed. There's some art square shit going on there.
There is some Arsha squared shit. Actually, Minotaur voices have this keen ability to echo off of any surface.
Mm.
It's why they
They
don't-
carry.
It's why there's no Minotaur thieves.
Yeah.
Except the one.
Yeah, the one.
As you guys,
Okay.
I'm assuming at a pretty brisk pace, or do you just step out and immediately teleport towards the World Tree again?
I think if we can tell it's coming from there, we teleport. Like get there as fast as
Yeah.
possible.
As you open another portal, you see that you're off to the side in the woods on the edge of the glade surrounding the World Tree. And you see that probably what equates to about a third of the Minotaur army is organized around the World Tree as your Uncle Nuzin is sending groups through about 10 people at a time.
Oh. Okay.
From the other side, coming out as these groups go in, appear to be furbolgs and minotaurs that are, for the most part, pretty grievously wounded.
Oh. Not okay.
But
Hey, Kingling got
your uncle's right there if you want to talk to him.
Is it going to be very disruptive to like
It doesn't
the flow
seem to
of
be. This seems to be much less of a battle and more of an organized evacuation reinforcement. Like, most of the Minotaurs that he seems to be yelling to hold at are positioned with their weapons facing towards the World Tree in case anything that's not a refugee comes out.
Hmm. Okay.
And from the look of things, they haven't been fighting here for that long. There's no tent set up, there's no cook fires, like, they haven't been here, this hasn't been a prolonged event.
Yeah. Well, yeah. She's running up to see what's the fuck's going on.
Get me one more Newson. No, I don't need one more Newson. I need the Newsons we have are proper. Next group through the gate. And he turns around and he goes, Newson.
Uncle? What the fuck is happening?
An organized retreat from whatever the city is on the other side of this. The name eludes me.
Brester?
No. Whichever one you came from when you opened this gate.
Oh, from Aurelia. Oh god. What was that city called? Understood.
Untold.
Yep. Umbria Untold. That was what it was. God, so much has happened in so little time.
Yeah.
Well, we came here, actually, this seems pretty opportune. If you can get everybody evacuated, we actually have a different door to open in the tree that will take people to a sanctuary that is sort of a pocket plane separate from this one that should protect anyone that doesn't want to fight from anything that might happen.
What about all the people coming through? Can we keep both doors open?
Newson turns and looks at Lulin.
Newland, roll Arcana. Or nature, your choice.
Both are the same.
Can I help you for Arcana?
Sure.
I'm so good at Arcana, you guys.
It's true, you are. Arcanaful.
Hey, you know what? 16, that's great.
To open one
Yeah,
gate,
that's
you'll
pretty
have to
good.
close the other.
I don't think I could do them simultaneously. It'll have to be one or the other.
How many people do you have to evacuate still?
I have no idea what's on the other side. Eldness is handling the evacuation on their end.
Got
Maybe
it.
We should go through and look.
We could go through and have them evacuate to the safe
To
place.
exactly.
true.
we
And
could
then
just
we come back
open.
here and have
we
them
could just-
evacuate. Yeah,
We could just open the
doors.
sanctuary in the Iron World Tree.
Yeah,
We'll need
that's
to
a good
defend
idea.
it long enough for everyone to get in, though.
Yeah. Well, I think we could do that.
Yeah.
You said demons falling from the skies, Karak?
Yes.
You've
It
got a
was
quantity?
terrifying.
How many demons? Was it sort of
As
like
in,
a
like-
drizzle or like a?
Yeah. We
Have you ever
are we
seen a
talking
meteor
like
shower?
a nice desert rain, or are we
Have
talking
you ever
like?
have you ever seen a meteor shower?
Yeah, that's not bad. That's like a few dozen in the far distant.
It was that consistently, but and much closer. I'm not sure if they've stopped falling, because that was 2 days ago. Time is blurring together. But it was a lot. But also that might just be because it was just me and Star
Someone
Watcher.
defenseless.
Yes. Also, that
Next group, through the
very
portal,
ironic.
go!
it was. I mean, if it was all of us, I don't think it would be as terrifying and difficult. No, also worse it's hard to gauge danger in this regard because it's stuff I've only interacted with twice.
Well, we can figure that out right now as Newson turns and goes into the portal.
Nice.
Newson, as you step through the portal, you have that same sensation of being, like, dragged across space
Mm-hmm.
before you snap out the other side. And when you come out the other side, you are immediately in a throng of refugees as the Minotaur group ahead of you pushes through them to the edge. And you see that the defenders of Umbrion's Hold are pushed back all the way to the World Tree Island, solely holding the bridge between.
Mm.
As it seems like every defender left in the city is on the bridge, as the Minotaurs are reinforcing them. And by reinforcing, I mean the Minotaurs are getting to the front line and immediately diving into the fight, because there is no other option. Furbolgs and
Understood.
Minotaurs wearing the Umbreon's hold colors are falling as fast as they can be replaced. The Scourge of Demons on the far side almost looks more like a wave than an organized front as it smashes into the defenders again and again. Roll perception.
Okay.
All of you can, by the way.
Yeah,
Brock, you
yeah,
can
we
roll
knew
advantage.
going in there.
Bruh, my fucking rolls. That's offensive.
Oof.
Perception
Let's go.
advantage.
All right. Elliot, are you rolling perception?
Yeah, it's loading. Give me a moment.
Moment.
One moment.
Un
Also, I was
momento,
today years
por
old
favor.
when I learned that the word throng exists, apparently.
Oh,
Wrong.
yeah.
Did you
Never
not?
heard it before.
Huh. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
Really? How common of a word is it?
It's more
feel like
common in
middle.
fantasy writing,
Yeah.
I would say.
Well,
Which,
that's
so
the
if you're-
problem.
Yeah, you're more of a sci-fi person. But it's a pretty
Well,
common
sci-fi
common
are just-
descriptor
Yeah.
in
Non-fiction.
literature,
In
I'd say.
sci-fi, I believe it would be referred to as a multitude.
Yeah.
Well, then it's being used incorrectly. Those do not mean the same thing. Also, I'm rolling perception, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So Lulin and Newson, you immediately lock onto the fight, and it just takes all your attention. It's that Minotaur battle focus.
Yep.
As you guys kind of zone in, you see Elnis yelling commands, but like waist deep in the fight, like kicking demons off the bridge. The rest of you take all of this in, but you also notice that rolling towards the city in the distance is a large dark storm with flashes of red within it. Karak, Elliot, and Lyra, you all know what this is. A daggerfall, and it's heading directly for the city.
Ooh.
All right.
Can I counterspell it?
A daggerfall?
Daggerfall
It's a spell, right?
natural weather
It's
event.
not a spell, it's a weather
Oh, I
event.
forgot.
Yeah.
Now,
was like, there's
I
cloud
do
of
have a
falling
question.
from the
daggers.
sky.
Mhm.
Maybe it's related.
Molten metal falling.
It's
from the
not a
sky.
bad concept, honestly.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
Now, last time we were here, there was a shield
Mhm.
that was maintained by a series of, at the center, the source of energy, the sword, and columns that were existed around this island.
Mhm.
Are the columns still there?
They are not. When the sword disappeared, all of it disappeared.
Oh. Okay. I redact all statements then. Carry
But
on.
if you were
Have
to
a good
give it
day.
some sort of new power source, you might be able to reactivate it.
That was what I wanted to do, but if there's no columns, how would I reactivate what?
Well, the
The
columns
center
were
tower?
created by the
The
power
column-
of the sword.
Yeah. They
All
were
right, well.
generated. Like,
The Elliot was going to try to reactivate the shield that was once here to, like, effectively hold off the horde and just tell everyone to leave right now.
Yep.
Like, abandon this tree.
Well, get inside of it, I guess.
Yeah.
'Cause
Lulu,
once
are you
they're
opening the door, by
inside-
the way? Like,
I
are
don't
you
think
just
I sh-
not telling people and you're just changing the door?
Honestly, you could just leave it.
Yeah, I
Because-
think it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's-
matter.
Yeah, right now it doesn't matter.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah.
The priority needs to get the people out.
All right. After you guys
Also-
take in
but-
the situation, are you pushing your way to
Lyra,
the front?
Huh?
can I borrow some of your magic?
I
think
don't know what
it'll
that
take
means.
at least the two of us to get this
Okay.
to work.
Okay. Sure.
Just follow my lead. As Elliot's going to try to reactivate this shield.
All right.
Lyra's just like
Are you trying to
holding out her
bind your
hand.
magic to Lyra's first?
Sure.
Okie dokie. I need you both to roll me a d6.
And if it helps, I do know prismatic wall. It's kind of similar. Okay, a d6.
That has the same vibes.
It has the vibes.
Okay.
Oh.
Now remember, to link your magic, which will make it more powerful and allow you to share spell slots, you have a number of rerolls up to your intelligence modifier, but it does only work if you roll the same thing.
Bruh. My int
Wait,
mod is
I'm
plus
confused.
5, so I get
Okay,
5
what's your
rerolls.
what's your int mod?
Yep.
Lyra?
My inmod is also +5.
So you get 5 rerolls. You guys
Max
reroll the
rerolls.
d6 until it matches up, or until you're out of
Okay.
rerolls. At which case your magic
So-
either binds or it doesn't.
So if Elliot currently has a
You
4,
can use all of yours
and I
before Elliot uses all of his.
okay, I feel like
I
does
think
it?
statistically that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I also think statistically it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. No.
This
is entirely chance.
Okay, so let's do our. Well,
Statistically, out of 6 rolls, you should hit the same number once.
I want to try rolling all mine first, and
It
then you roll
feels better,
yours second.
but I don't
Yeah,
know why.
I think
Like,
it
I'm not
might matter.
convinced the odds are different. Well, here, let
No,
me
the
let me
odds
think
are
about
different
it.
because you're not changing your number.
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
Lyra's done with all
Yeah,
the
I
rolls.
think it
If you
does
change
matter.
your number
Yeah.
every time, it skews the odds horribly out of your favor.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
I'm
well,
going.
no, hear me out, because each time it's a 1 in 6. And they are independent events.
No,
This
each
event
time
does
it's a
not
1 in
depend on
30.
the last.
Each time it's a 1 in
It's
36.
1 in 36 for
If you
us to
both
land
go
on
at
the
same
same.
time. But if only one is changing, then,
Then
it
it
goes
changes
from
to
a
a
1 in
1 in
36
6
to a 1
instead
in
of a 1 in
6.
36 because only
Yeah.
one of you is rolling.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
just
sick.
roll your
I'm
numbers.
rolling.
Roll your numbers.
You're staying a 4. I'm rolling.
Perfect.
There you go.
Hey.
Easy.
There's a little spark and a fizzle, and then as your magic trails out and intertwined, leaving this almost gossamer thread between the two of you. I know that Elliot's magic looks almost like structured crystal lattices, but what does your magic look like, Lyra?
Ooh. I think she's got.
Because it still comes from structure. It's still structured magic.
Yeah, it's still very structured magic. I think that hers has kind of. I mean, her magic is all protection magic. So I feel like it has some shielding elements to it. And it's blue and cute and sparkly.
So true.
Blue, cute, and sparkly,
As
the
your
most
magic-
important
As
parts.
your magic intertwines, yours almost seems to flow over Elliot's, Lyra, as it kind of leaves this gossamer blue coating over the top that almost seems to dull some of the sharper edges of the fractals. I'm
Perhaps you're
using
not
the
looking
word
close enough.
fractals, right?
Maybe
No.
if it is a fractal, but it possibly
If it's
is.
fractal, maybe.
It could be a fractal.
Okay.
It could be.
Yeah, so your magic is linked. What are the two of you attempting to do?
Re-raise this shield that was originally here.
Ninth level spell slots? Ninth level spell slots for prismatic wall, sort of?
I mean, if you want to use them now, you can.
Oh, we have a day. We have a day, right?
Go
Until
ahead
our
and-
next one.
Go ahead and roll me Arcana, Elliot. Or Lyra.
Can I
That's
help?
the-
Can I help?
So
You can
basically
help.
what I'm
Plus-
going to do is one of you is going to roll Arcana, but you are going to add both of your modifiers.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
crazy. Okay, love. You roll because
not
I
at
think you're more
advantage.
lucky.
No, not at
Just a
advantage
normal
because
roll.
you're adding like
Yeah.
28 to the roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
guys.
Okay, but
so-
plus
guys.
11.
I
Plus
rolled
11.
a 2.
A flat 30.
No. Fuck that.
Yeah,
That's a nat
that's
20.
a nat 20.
That's a
Appropriate
Yeah.
time to use that.
So the two of you kind of like link your magic together and describe to me kind of the mental process you're going through as you rebuild this shield around this little island.
He's like thinking back to the moment he died.
Which time?
You're so
that.
dramatic.
The sword. The sword.
The moment he died.
God.
He died. And he's drawing the souls from that battlefield to help reassemble this soul or this shield.
Oh, interesting.
I think that Lyra is focused. So, she sees this pulling happen, and she's focused on actually making this, or construct the construction of the shield. She's focused on making sure there are no gaps, making sure it's strong, because she does have a lot of her. She has
That's
so
her whole-
much
she's an
shield
abjuration
magic.
wizard. That's her whole
Yeah,
kit.
she's literally an abjuration wizard. So that's what
As
she's doing.
The two of you focus. The rest of you watch is in front of the forwardmost minotaur in the line, which is Elnis on the bridge. This kind of opaque, silvery yellow shield begins to loop around the island as you all watch, as it kind of cuts off and burns the demons that touch it. And then you watch as from the outside of the shield pushing towards the demons, these almost ghostly Minotaur soldiers that look like the Silent from the first battlefield begin to march out and push the demons back. As they're pushing the demons back, the Daggerfall hits.
Love it.
As it bounces off the shield, thankfully, but shreds everything outside in the city. You guys are in a safe spot as Elnis kind of like turns and like trying to figure out what's going on as he sees you all across the thing and just begins moving through this throng of people, which is mostly Minotaurs and Furbolgs, so kind of too tall for Elliot and Lyra or even Karak really to see. But everyone can see Elnis because he's a head and a half taller than like the tallest Minotaur.
Elliot is just gonna turn to News and be like, "Tell them all to leave," as he's like
yeah,
still concentrating on this magic.
Yep.
like as fast as possible. And
Yeah,
but
this
it's
is
also
very-
still concentrating.
This is very clearly taking a strain on your two party members as you begin to watch that kind of dark magic, kind of not what you would associate with evil magic, but what you would just associate with like the result of magical strain, like the black fingertips, the black veins that Lyra and Elliot both have, are kind of expanding up their arms as the strain of this magic is weighing on them. You know, the strain of protecting an entire city from a natural event for Lyra, and the strain of summoning thousands of ghostly soldiers for Elliot.
Which is cool like that. What can you
Elnis
say?
makes his way through the crowd to all of you and goes, "I'm going to assume that this is your doing."
Yep. That's a good assumption. You need to get everybody out of here. We've got
Everybody through the goddamn tree now!
great, thanks.
As he just
Thanks.
yells, and people, it's Elnis. People just
Yeah.
react.
Yep.
Like, he says it, and it is no longer an orderly push into the tree. It is just people filing, like, flooding into it. As the soldiers are kind of like, as the ring is getting smaller and smaller towards the tree, the soldiers are just kind of tightening the gap in case the shield falls. Speaking of which, both of you one of you give me an Arcana roll.
Well,
You got boss.
you should you
Ow.
should do that. Or actually, it doesn't matter, I guess. But I feel like you're more lucky.
Doesn't. Not today.
A 34. Yeah, you guys are still
yeah.
holding. As people file into the tree until it's really just the soldiers left, until they kind of begin making a much more orderly retreat through the tree as well. You do not know how you will contact the rest of Elenia, and you do not know if Elenia even still stands.
Yeah.
All right, you guys going through the tree with the last of the remnants?
I feel like we should.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Once
there's nothing
everyone's-
else we can do here.
Yeah.
Elliot would propose that Lyra, Lulin, and himself stay behind to make sure the site is fully locked before taking our own gateway back.
That's a pretty good idea, actually. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
You head back. Lulin will make sure it's locked, and then we'll all go.
All right.
Okay.
Then Newson's heading through with the refugees.
And Karak is following behind.
All right. You all head through, and as the last of them heads through the gate, it seals behind them. Lulin, what are you doing? Just leaving the three of you on this kind of... Like, there's not a lot of noise coming from without the gate, but some of the demons are beginning to rise back to their feet. I mean, it is a Daggerfall, and they are demons from literal hell. There is some fire
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this is classic Thursday for them.
It's like getting covered in mud, really.
I guess I'll attempt to change it.
All right.
Change. Okay, yeah.
You hold out your hand and you watch the tree almost seem to shift as the kind of, what would you call them, like striations on a tree log
Mm-hmm.
begin to like shift until they almost look like a closed portal. This tree, you feel it intrinsically, Lulin. This tree will not open until you allow it to again.
Okay. Okay. I understand that this tree is in fact now locked and will open when I tell it to open.
Great. Want to open a portal back for us with the stones?
Yeah. Yeah. I got you. And then yeah. Back home we go.
All right. As the shield falls, the army overwhelms the world tree as you all disappear back to Ulfast. The gate appears directly in front of Nuzin and Karak as they are exiting the tree. It looks like you all came through together.
Ooh, that was something. I'm a little tired.
Yeah. That was a lot.
Nuzin, as you exit, Elnis walks up to your uncle and they begin discussing, like, what to do next, essentially.
Well, we're gonna open another door. We're gonna send you all to a different place.
All of us?
Yep.
Well, anybody who would.
I mean, anyone that would rather be inside healing than fighting in the war.
Mm-hmm.
Your uncle kind of looks at you and goes, "Did you forget what we are?"
Look, there was a whole city of people that were specifically dedicated to not fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Elnis kind of like looks at your uncle and looks at you and goes, "I think you'll find that some of those have set their reservations aside. It's really easy to say that you're not going to fight when you don't have to fight. But
I guess that's fair,
Minotaurs
but
always fall back on what they're good at, as he pounds his chest a couple times.
Well,
Still,
in
I
that
think-
case, we should take the wounded Furbolg to the safe place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, people who are injured and literally can't fight should be moved somewhere safe.
Your uncle goes to open his mouth and say something, and Elnis puts a hand on his shoulder, which shuts him right the fuck up. Agreed. We'll start getting the wounded moved in. Where do you want the rest of our fighters? Do you want us to start having them head south to Bresta? Is that still the plan?
Yep, that's still the plan.
All right. We appreciate
Now
the
that you
help.
guys have seen the enemy, the demons, that's who you're fighting.
Yeah, question about that. Any idea why they'd be falling there and not here? Your sky seems particularly blue.
Newsom?
It seemed like maybe there was a plot to attack the world trees specifically because of these sanctuaries. But we have thwarted that because they won't have access to them anymore. Only we have the ability to open it now.
Fantastic. How'd you rope your way into that?
That's better left secret.
Kind of a long story.
Better that people don't know who or how.
Well, I'm sure we'll have plenty of time for long stories when this is over.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
That's the plan.
Thank you for saving who you could.
Was there another option?
It means a lot. You'd be surprised what some options people take. It's nice to see, is all. And not many people get thanked for doing what many would expect the bare minimum to be. One person's... I'm bad with words. Thank you. If we survive all of this, I owe you a drink.
Elnis puts a hand on your shoulder, Croc, and just looks you in the eyes and goes, "Several. You owe me several drinks."
Mm-hmm.
I will say, for whatever's going on that other land, you do make a very defensible city.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've been holding out for what, 3 days now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
That's a while.
Yeah.
It is. I'm not sure what we have left, but I'll send it to Bresta.
Hmm.
Thankfully, we managed to get through to your uncle, or we probably would have fallen and we wouldn't have made it until you showed up. But what's the point of being friends with Minotaurs if you can't call on them for a good scrap, eh?
That is true.
So, this tree, the door should now just lead them to where they need to go?
Once Lulin changes the door, now that everybody is safely away.
Do we have a way to close it when you're gone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lily,
Yeah,
you
the
can just make
items.
the coins at will at this
Oh,
point.
I see.
You not
Making more
20'd it.
coins. Gotcha.
Yeah.
They almost seem to grow
Basically-
out of your armor.
Yeah. Lulin's gonna give you something that you're gonna place in the tree to open the door, and when you want to close it behind you, you need to just remove it.
Understood.
Probably best that you do not entrust it to anybody. Just keep it yourself. Don't give it to anyone to open doors.
It's made of wood, right?
Yeah.
So when this is done, I can once we lock the door, I can just burn it, right?
It's
Looks to
magical. So
I mean- I could always make more.
yeah, I mean, we'll be able to open it from the outside.
Yes, but
Also,
I meant more
Yeah.
if I have the coin on me and we're captured on the way to Brest or otherwise
Yeah,
incapacitated.
or
It'd be
someone
better for
steals it.
It would be better
Mhm.
for the coin to be destroyed, no?
Yeah.
Lillian, you should make wood coins.
They are wooden.
they are.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
I
Easy.
guess, yeah, that is your last breath, your last action. I guess. And
You could
Lulin's
probably
just-
like eat it too. I don't know. Sorry.
Understood. As my final action before my death, I will eat the wooden coin like it's a goddamn cookie.
Honestly, it
You know
might
what?
taste pretty good.
I'm not a.
I was thinking that might be faster than like starting a fire, but
I could
will-
season
I will-
it if you wanted to.
I will keep a satyr on hand for just that purpose.
perfect. Okay.
Where are you off to next?
I don't know. I guess one of the other world trees to try to get more people
Yeah,
in.
we're going to make the offer to get people inside the world trees to everyone. So we're stopping by, each major world tree basically.
Eldest just kind of nods and kind of furrows his brow. How many of them are even left? I mean, that takes you to what? Stipvale, which according to you fell.
Yeah,
Zraya.
We're already done with
We
Stipvale.
will not be sending people to Zraya.
We technically took care of 2 here with Elenia and this one.
Technically, I guess we'd be going to Zoit, not Zraya, since that's where the tree is.
Well, you'll forgive me for not sending any of my people into the clutches of elves.
No,
Oh,
we're not
absolutely
asking you
understandable.
to send anybody there. We will go there and tell them that they can.
I hope at the very least you will fight beside them. There will be quite a few of them at the tree when you arrive at Brester.
Your uncle kind of looks at you and he goes, "We won't kill them if they don't kill us."
They shouldn't kill you. Or
I mean, honestly, it seems like a bad plan to kill, like, one of your allies in this fight. I don't see how there would be any tactical advantage to that.
That is typically how you lose a war.
Mm-hmm.
If Elnis kind of looks at you and goes, "If you remember correctly, Umbreon lost his war when he had half of his army killed the other half."
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Oh.
Be wary of manipulation.
Mhm.
yeah,
Elnis turns and looks at you, Elliot, and you see kind of a spark, almost a flame behind his eyes. I can assure you of one thing. I will never be manipulated again.
yeah, we're not too worried about you, honestly, Elnis.
Got it. Just everybody who I'll have to kill if they get manipulated.
Yep.
I
There's
understand.
there's been whispers about trying to turn people against each other at
Whisper. Such a
Brester.
nasty word.
I know.
Who does something quietly?
The people that we're up against, unfortunately.
Bastards, the lot of them.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Well, in case I don't see you again, good luck, friends.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Good luck.
May your axe stay sharp and your horn stay sharper.
You too.
Lulin, I suppose, may your hammer smash well. Your horns shouldn't be that blunt.
And I think Loon's just gonna reach in for a hug too.
Eldis is gonna kind of pull you all in for a hug. He's got big enough arms.
Group hug.
Group hug.
Group hug.
Alright. Now go kick God's ass for me.
Will do.
Done and doneer.
Got it.
At least in progress.
Well, you have a pretty good track record thus far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lyra's at what, 3 now?
Oh yeah, 3.
Yeah.
It,
I've killed many gods.
honestly, amazing. Like
Yeah.
3 for 3.
Three.
I mean, hey, you're the world record holder right now.
I mean, hey,
Mhm.
That's
none of us have died yet.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Alright, where are you guys headed to next?
Zoid?
As Elnis kind
Right,
of like
right.
turns around and begins giving orders, recognizing the time sensitivity of the current situation.
Sweet.
Yeah, I guess it's Zoit.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
As you open the portal, you see Zoit through, and you see the large open sandstone like buildings, almost like Pueblo style, like desert structures, essentially, like
Mhm.
sandstone, the works. But you see that Zoit is full of elves that just seem to be going about their day-to-day lives.
That's funny. Okay.
This is going to be a fun one to do the convincing for.
I mean, supposedly there's no more elven bureaucracy to deal with, or at least not as much with the regency gone.
Convince them of what? Newsom.
Damn, I wish you hadn't said that. Lyra was gonna bring up how isn't Elliot the king or something.
No, he's a baron.
Oh, right.
I mean, to be fair, they are one of the highest ranking officials now. but
Yeah,
still.
so that seems Elliot. You should take this. You can do it.
Elliot can pull rank.
I'm happy to take this. What are we trying to convince them of?
I don't know.
I mean, they're going about their normal lives here. Shouldn't we give them the opportunity to also hide?
Yes.
Like, do
So-
they think that the world isn't ending?
I mean,
You know?
they're not. They're clearly not like leaving this place. But
Mhm.
who knows if they would be convinced to go into a sanctuary as well?
There
if
needs to
they're-
be no convincing. We offer. If they say yes or no, that's where we leave it.
All right. Go ahead.
Right?
That's all.
Sure.
That's all you can really,
So, make the announcement.
Alright, you guys head through the portal and step out onto the street as elves look up at you from all around. Most of them seem to be wearing the same kind of almost tan like monk's vestments. You can see where the embroidery of a tree has been removed from most of them.
They don't like the tree anymore.
I look at the tree. Is it petrified?
Still petrified.
So, Lulin, is that going to be an issue in any way, or?
As you're
Well,
I mean,
standing here talking about this, a bald monk walks up to you. You know, like the hands in the sleeves crossed over the front?
Yeah.
yes.
Walks up to you. Welcome to Zoit.
Thank you. So, anyways,
Well,
is this going to be a problem, Lulin?
I mean, worst comes to worst, we take him to another tree, but
Couldn't we just tell
If
them
they
to
so
do
choose.
what we told the Stiftville people to do, which is,
Yeah.
use it as a teleport to go to another tree and then go in?
Mm-hmm.
Is there something I can help you all with?
Sorry. We're
Yeah,
we're
sorry,
still
Elliot, you
discussing
should talk to
something.
this guy.
But Lynn, will that work? Like, what's the state of this tree? Is it alive?
The same rules as the Stepvale tree, Leland.
Yeah, it's remind me
It
because
can be
a
used
lot's
as a
happened.
door, but it can't access Sanctuary because it's petrified.
Yeah, just like the one in Stipvale. It
Okay.
could be used as a door, but I can't access the sanctuary.
That's fine. So we have to take elves from here to. We only have like 2 trees then. Really?
Yeah, we can basically only use the Olfast or the bourgeoisie tree. And we've never been to the bourgeoisie tree, so basically it's just the Olfast tree.
Well, we can go to the bourgeoisie tree through the tree, just not with
the
our
Rook's
stones.
Rest tree. Also, the Rook's Rest tree. We can also use that one.
Was
The
Rook's Rest an actual
is
tree?
just a door to Sanctuary.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Not a tree. So we can't take them to the Rook's Rest.
I'm sorry.
tree.
Wait,
You're
didn't we
taking
tell?
we can use our
taking us-
stones to
you're
send
taking us
them.
where?
Well, I mean, only if you
Would
want
you
to go. We're
stop
not like
interrupting
kidnapping.
us?
Look,
We're not kidnapping
So,
anybody.
yeah, I mean, I think Oldfast is the best option. We haven't been to. We could go check out Bourgeoisie first, I guess.
Yeah, but then we'd have to travel all the way there. None of
We
us
can
have
go
been to
there through the
Bourgeoisie.
tree.
No.
The trees act as a gateway to all the other trees. We can't go there with our stones, but we could go there through the tree.
Right, I always
Yes.
forget that.
Again, where are you trying to take us?
Stop interrupting us.
maybe we should just tell him.
We could just.
Sorry.
Look,
All
the
right,
world,
you're right.
if you haven't heard, the world might end. We're trying to prevent that, but if it does, if we have sanctuaries that are nestled within the world trees that will protect you from the destruction of this plane of existence.
You're the heroes whose message we heard as our minds were cleared.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we thank you for your kind and generous offer. We have come to a decision as a community that, well, our actions against the greater good require penance. And we will wait for our penance to come.
Okay. That's
Are you sure you don't want to like
notable.
ask a couple people or?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, as much as I appreciate communities made by decisions, the air quotes are holding a lot of weight here. By the way,
We decided
I
as
would
Zoe
still like-
always had, without undue influence from the outside. We all voted together, from the youngest child to the oldest adult.
and this was a unanimous vote.
It was. Nothing can be decided until the vote is eventually unanimous, but this one took less time. You'll find that we feel guilt over what our actions caused in Zraya, regardless of whether they were our own or not.
Well, I'm impressed that it was unanimous. Any infants or elderly who couldn't make a decision for themselves?
Well, we do our best to make sure that everybody in Zoit can make a decision in these matters, but I suppose we can leave the option open for those who wish to take it. There are those here who are not yet a part of the Order.
That's all that we ask.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. I will leave the decision up to those to make individually, but I will have it spread throughout the city.
I deeply appreciate it. Meet back here in exactly 8 hours for anyone who wishes to go.
I can assure you that those who wish to be there will be gathered at the tree at that time.
Thank you. I think we can be on our way then.
Your friends seem less than enthused by this decision.
As someone who's struggled with guilt that could be argued was not their own, it definitely leaves a sour taste in my mouth, yes.
Yes, well, as those who
Waiting
claimed
around for your
to,
punishment is no way to atone.
as
Yeah,
those who
I
claim to
agree.
have a deeper understanding of the world, we failed those who relied on us for that understanding. Penance must be paid.
Dying isn't penance. Doing is penance.
Mm-hmm.
Dying is just taking the coward's way out of taking responsibility for what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, it's
You'd
not
be
our place to make them fight or flee.
It may not be our place to. I'm not making anyone fight, to be clear.
mm-hmm.
But
And
I
I'm
am
not
telling
understand.
you that you should have more value for your life.
One could even say that waiting for your punishment, whether that be death or something a bit less drastic than that, is the selfish way to live. For all the people that you might have hurt, growing is the only way to truly atone for that.
Perhaps. But perhaps our order owes more lives than it is currently favored for. Anyways, there is one thing we do have in these final moments.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps more than any others on this plane, we have faith that these are not our final ones.
I'm glad to hear it. And
Mm-hmm.
we will do our best to make sure that's the case.
But whatever
Mhm.
happens, we will be judged by the world as we have judged it.
Very well. Thank you.
Would you be opposed to at least having access to the tree should anyone change their mind?
Well, we'll be back.
Yes, but sometimes you don't realize you can even make a decision until it might be too late to. Leaving a key seems at least,
I don't think that's possible.
I mean, like a key for one of the other, like a coin, you leave it,
Yes.
and then they take this tree to another tree and then use that coin on that tree.
You seem to
Right.
be putting an awful lot of trust in those who have claimed to not want to fight by your side.
A bit of trust goes a long way.
Mm,
At any rate, that decision can be made when we return. We
Absolutely.
thank you for your candidness, and we'll do our best to give you the opportunity to make it up to the plane.
Just to set your expectations, I do not believe that the people here are going to change their minds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect them to. I just need to make sure everyone has the option.
Of course.
Thank you. As Elliot opens like a gateway
Ah,
to literally anywhere
one final
in
thing
his mind.
before you go.
Mhm.
You are Arendelle Winzorwin, yes?
Yes.
We've been holding something for you from your late father.
Late?
what are you talking about? Late
It's not
actual
common
father?
knowledge that you're a bastard.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Sorry. What is it?
He said that you would know if you ever made it to the city. Not that I believe your father ever expected you to. I believe he was
Well,
aware of your feelings regarding, well, religion of any kind.
I mean, lead the way.
And he is going to...
As Elliot like closes the door he opened. We'll get back to that.
They lead you to what appears to be a small kind of almost chapel. Like it's kind of built towards the base of the tree. But as you head inside is a journal.
I open the journal.
Inside the journal, Elliot, are detailed attack plans for every city on the continent, including Brester.
Man, he knew about Brester.
It even has plans for dealing with what he calls the unbreakable maze. So the information's old.
Yeah.
And then at the back
is
of it...
this notebook magical in some way?
It is not.
Interesting.
But there is a note at the
Man's
back of it.
just smart. Okay.
It's a very short and simple note. But it just says, I always thought you would have made a better dragon than your brother.
Well, boy howdy, was he wrong. But this could be useful. Thank you for this.
You take it off the stand it's standing on?
Yeah, of course.
Haha, you should have checked if that was magic. Click. What do you do?
Nothing. That's a bummer.
Newsen? I mean, you can't be surprised by traps. So you hear the click almost as Elliot pulls the book off the dais.
What am I gonna do? Yes, just yoink Elliot. Chuck him out of the way.
All right. Lulin?
I like the idea that, like, this trap triggers, Elliot rolls his eyes, Newsen goes to throw.
Yeet.
I'm going to pull out my shield and protect Lyra.
Am I in danger?
Well, we're all in the room, so...
Room where it happened.
Okay, let's I don't know. I just don't think it's gonna be that dangerous. Lyra can definitely like do stuff, but I don't know if there's a threat here. Sure, let's do a cute little shield. My like projected shield on Newsen.
Barack, what are you doing?
So cute.
Lyra over here is like, oh, it's probably just a cute little prank between a royal son who killed his father and that father.
I just think it's fine. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
It's just a little silly goofy, you know?
It's just a prank, bro.
I'm imagining a water balloon prank.
As you all leap to defend each other, touchingly, I might add. Holes in the floor open as crates rise out of them, and a message on the wall that says, "Now I reveal to you Zreya's final weapon." Two crates are sitting closed at the back of the room.
Well, if that wasn't a trap, the other ones aren't either. So Elliot goes and opens them.
Inside is what appears to be hundreds of dragon hearts.
What the? Dude.
That's crazy.
We killed a lot of dragons. So anyways, Elliot goes to absorb a dragon heart.
Oh my
The same way
god.
he has every other magic item he sees.
You can't.
That's a bummer.
Oh,
Is it
I
a
get
different type of magic?
You can feel
No,
the
I get
can
it.
feel the energy within them, but they're organic. At least somewhat. They're more
Yeah, yeah,
crystalline than anything, but they're not magic items per se. The magic in them is almost core to their structure.
So what do we do with dragon hearts again?
Roll me
And
Arcana
is
as
one
you
of
try and
these-
absorb one.
Oh yeah, you got it, boss. Guys, it's a bad day.
You can't seem to get any energy out, but if you put a little energy in,
What's the worst that
Chuck
could
it
happen?
like a grenade.
As he turns around and looks at the rest of the party holding it. Guys, what do you think it does
Doing
if I
there?
like put some power in?
if you put
Oh,
some power
that's
in, I'm
like-
going to warn you right now, you will turn the city to dust.
Well, considering when Nam tried to cut open
I'm
the
sorry,
other
Steve.
dragon,
You can't tell the player Isaac that. The player Isaac doesn't metagame. You I don't know if
Let
you've
me
noticed on
rephrase.
the
Elliot
long
would have understood what would happen based off the fact that he has an intelligence modifier of +5.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
your uncle
Thank you.
expressly told you what happens with dragon hearts when you extract them incorrectly.
Did he say that?
Well, after you watch Nom explode, he did.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's fair.
Mhm.
I think that
you
like
guys
he took
finished
the dragon
battle,
heart and was
Nom
like,
dug inside,
"Don't
was
say
just-
anything."
Nom dug inside, was just chilling out, and then you watch Nom come flying out of this dragon at mock Jesus.
Fair enough.
Set new fucking
Also, PT, have you
airspeed
not
records.
noticed that every time you ask, "Are you sure?" I have to respond yes? You've given me no other option.
You could not detonate the dragon hearts that I just gave you as a weapon.
Yeah, I know. Well, you told me that Elliot now knows, and that there you go. That's easy. Are you sure? Rookie mistake to ask.
Listen, for my players and for chat, they should not be at all concerned by the level of powerful weapons I am giving them going into the final fight.
Yeah, this is a little. I'm a little scared. I'm a little worried, actually.
Well, pack
I
him up.
mean, Karak
Pack
has
'em
Elliot-
up.
only
Elliot unloads some of his granite and loads up some dragon hearts into his
I
bag.
think we should
guess.
all carry one of them.
I just
Or I want to
think
carry. I want
none of
one.
you- I think
just-
none of you that do not have an extra dimensional space are going to want to hold any of these dragon hearts.
I want one.
can I just say I
I like
love
the
fact that,
idea.
like,
Lyra gets struck by like a
I
random
like the
magic
idea-
missile.
I like
Roll a
the idea.
D100 to explode.
No,
I
I like the
want
idea that
it.
Karak wild magic surges a fireball on top of himself and just detates the whole party.
Exactly.
I mean,
I
I was going to
want
say
one.
I like the idea of like Karak, a person who's only like real IRL experience with dragons has been, yeah, they steal cows and you can't kill them, seeing hundreds of their hearts just in crates.
Karak,
And,
I don't
like,
know
it's
that
like,
you've ever
what-
seen a dragon heart. I don't know that you would have like the concept
Yeah.
of what these are.
Yeah, it's like these are some weird fleshy like probably magical looking things, but he has no idea what they're supposed to be. It's like the greatest weapon. I don't know what this is.
Speaking of which, are you gonna go
Can't
see
make
your?
heads or
Are you
tails
gonna
of
go
it.
see your uncle before the battle?
Might be a good idea.
You should. 'Cause it'd be rude not to.
Well, you guys pack up the dragon hearts. You can replace all of your granite with them, and definitely not just because I hate the amount of granite you have to orbitally bombard my enemies with. So giving you
Listen,
actual
was
bombs
a
is
good play.
actually a like value trade on my part. But where to next?
I can't help but think of Karak wild magicking, detonating these, and all of a sudden, Sylvanari is just Alderaan.
Like,
God.
Astraleon just like, wow, they did my work for me. Fuck, damn.
He's
I didn't expect
practicing.
that.
He's practicing his monologue, and there's just a bright flash of white. Ha!
The three pillars, like, well, I mean, I guess you win.
Yeah, Astar Leone just sitting in his office, just looked up. Did I just win the war?
It's like the pillar of the flux. Just like, I think I had something to do with that. I didn't mean to, but I think I did that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the flux never means
Did that
to.
fix it? Guys, can you guys hear
Valid,
me
accurate.
again?
We can hear you.
Okay, I think my internet went out.
Oh,
Ah,
that's rude and
I'm back,
offensive.
Wow.
I'll let Comcast know.
So what are we doing?
Anyways, so we put the dragon hearts into the bag after I take out granite, and if I'm not just gonna leave a pile of granite here. I'm gonna make a couple nice podiums, solid granite for the guy.
Don't you have like
Elliot,
a ton
stop-
of granite? What are you
stop
making
playing
with
with
a
your
ton of
rocks.
granite?
literally a
Well,
ton of
I'm
granite.
whoa.
Are you just leaving a statue
I'm
of
only
yourself
taking
in
out
this
an-
place?
I'm only taking out enough granite so I can fit the hearts in there.
All of it.
I'm not taking out all the
All of
granite.
All of it.
Don't fuck with me right now.
All of it.
You know I need that granite.
All of it.
You know I want it.
Get it out of the fucking bag.
Every bit.
Let me hold some cards for you.
Can only
Sorry, don't
yes,
mind me.
person
Just gonna
with the
roll a
wild
wisdom
magic
save.
paperweight.
A wisdom save against giving up your granite.
I support it. Go ahead.
No,
roll.
but
DC
a wisdom
16.
save to let Lyra carry the hearts so he can keep
Oh.
the granite.
I see. Which
Damn
which
you and the plus 11.
You'll just have to make Lyra
I
carry
should
granite.
Probably hold it. You can carry the granite if you want.
Well, I could carry
It's
a little
imported
bit
from
of
a
granite.
food.
I could carry like a little bit of granite, but like not that much.
Elliot
just
will
gonna
shape
leave
some
a
of that
statue of
granite
himself
into
here.
like. No, he's just gonna leave podiums. He can't make anything good. He just has to make things that are like structural or like
This man
very
adds, This man
geometric.
adds benches for what will clearly become the new Zoit DMV.
He will put in some benches and dedicate it to.
Why do
Hit
I
the
imagine
Yeah, you know
this
what?
one
I
man
bench
agree.
becoming
per
a
person.
I
DM?
agree with Storm
One
Knight in chat. This is what you.
person.
I agree with Storm Knight in chat. This is what you get for taking your granite for granted.
I didn't.
God
Why do
damn.
Do you know how
Why-
often
He's
I
been-
think about my granite?
He's
I've
been
used it,
carrying
like,
that
thrice.
granite for so long.
He
eh?
even restocked it after he nuked the Zrayan fleet.
That is an accurate statement.
Why
Half the reason
why do I
back for
imagine
food.
this specific room becoming the DMV, but it still has like above it, behold, the greatest weapon of Zraya, the DMV.
Bureaucracy.
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 The greatest weapon of Zraya has been and always will be bureaucracy.
Mm.
So true.
Alright, where are we
You
off
guys-
to next? After you dump all your granite.
You're gonna make me cry.
Good.
Hell,
I cannot believe
but
that I cannot believe that the rocks you found along the way are the real NPC that you're sad to be leaving behind.
Eh,
Zrayan
You do what you gotta
Helldivers
do.
spread bureaucracy.
I will let you keep a 5-pound chunk of granite so that you have a piece of home with you.
Aw.
Thank you. You will shape it into a house.
A tiny house.
A tiny
A little
house.
tiny house.
It's a little tiny house.
A tiny home for a tiny person.
Hmm.
A little tiny man.
A house for
He's-
ants.
He's about to cast Enlarge Reduce at max level just so he can live in this house.
That lasts for what, a minute?
No,
Probably.
I think it's
think
an hour.
an hour. Yeah.
He's
An
just
hour,
chilling
so-
out in his house when the spell wears off, and suddenly I
He's
only have
like-
4 party members to deal with.
Actually, it specifically says in the spell it grows to the size of its container, but no more.
Yeah, what about when it shrinks again?
Same. It doesn't. It won't break shit. It's written into the spell.
It won't break.
So
shit.
until
And
Elliot
so what
leaves
I'm
the
hearing
house,
The
is-
whole purpose of that is so you cannot use it in the way that I just described, by the way.
exactly.
So,
yeah.
So
So-
what I'm hearing is Elliot makes the perfect prison for themselves. It's just
Exactly. If he leaves, he loses it. So he can't
The-
leave. He
the
became a
imprisoned
hermit.
god.
think there's a Doctor Who episode.
I am trapped in
Feel-
I am trapped in a prison of my own creation. As Elliot's
Feel-
just stuck, arms out either window, like face in the doorway, just the upper half of this house just stuck on his body.
Huh, the only difference is that there's not a jacket covered in puke on the floor.
Damn.
Oh, God.
Alright,
Gross.
where are we off to next? Who do you want to see?
We probably.
So we
Need
could
to
go
see
to
the-
bourgeoisie and see. I mean, it's
I mean, it is
You
our
know.
last chance to ever go there. Possibly.
It's not. It'll be
We'll
fine. You
never
guys
get
are gonna
another
win. It'll be
opportunity to go
fine.
see it.
You guys could like leave it for campaign too.
Go there. We'll go there. We'll see Nom running around. Call it good and leave.
I don't think Nom's in bourgeoisie.
Well, you never know.
Nom is wherever there are unattended houses.
No?
So Nom's in Old
Nom
West
is
right
where
now.
the unattended houses are.
Nom has turned into the Flash and is looting everything.
Nom is just getting ready to declare imminent domain on every house that was left behind.
Nom is where the heart is.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess bourgeoisie.
You guys are actually going to bourgeoisie. Okay.
Oh,
Why not?
You guys open the
What, you need
portal in the
to prepare
tree.
for
Who's
that?
going through first?
Elliot's just gonna give
Elliot.
Leora a push through.
Oh my god!
All right, Lyra.
He'll
roll me
look
a
like
dex-
he's going through,
roll me
but
a
he's
dex-
You're the-
pushing there through.
You're the
Lyra,
one
roll
that
me
has
a dex
why.
save coming out the other side.
Hey, I'm not that good at those. Dex save. Yeah.
Lyra,
Okay.
you step out of this portal and almost step directly into open air.
Oh my god,
But
you
manage
guys.
to catch a root as the rest of the group comes through behind you.
Guys, there's not much space, walking space. We're over a cliff.
As you turn and look at that, you see probably like a 3-year-old owlin just flapping its wings in front of you.
Hey.
It just tilts
Hello.
its head at you.
Are you a baby?
Just tilts its head the other way.
Are you
What?
a child?
Are you a child? This is a serious question. What do you do?
Narrows eyes suspiciously.
Oh. Hello.
Does
What's
that
your
say
name?
who?
I
My
mean.
name's Karak. Karak hears it say, "Oh, Karak, that's my name." Every time it says who. It could Karak. I'll be honest. I don't know how else I could say my name to have them understand. Maybe they're not asking about me.
No,
Quick, someone introduce yourself.
You're only saying Karak. I think they also want your last name. I think they want like the full government name.
Oh,
Well, isn't it
true.
Karak? Isn't his last name his first name backwards?
No. My last name is Areen, so my name's Karak Areen.
Dude, you have a last name? That's wild.
This thing just
It-
turns around and begins flapping away.
Oh, bye.
I guess they were satisfied.
As you
After
guys
the-
look out
after the
from
battle.
this, like, small alcove, you see that the area around you is like these steep plateaus with deep crags in between them all, and built along the top of them all are houses that seem more like large nests than houses themselves. You also see at the bottom of these crags what appears to be hundreds of destroyed nests and water damage.
Damn.
Oh man, they must have had a flood recently.
2 years ago, but I guess it takes forever to repair.
Well, no, the place seems mostly rebuilt. They just didn't use any of the wreckage.
Fair enough.
Do flash floods happen here often?
No.
Oh man, well, no wonder they weren't there wasn't a way to prepare for it.
Yep,
Probably.
there definitely wasn't. I'd say it happened without warning.
As you're all standing here, something larger than the tree's opening and scaly flies by in front of the tree.
Friend or foe? Bets? He sort of like
Hoping
goes around the circle. Leroy?
Sorry, say it again.
Friend or foe?
Foe.
As this
All
thing
right, cool.
flies out
Lulin?
and turns towards the alcove to the tree, you see that it is a large feathered dragon.
Foe. I don't know. Maybe
As
friend.
it,
I don't know.
as it turns and is coming straight for the opening you guys are standing in.
It doesn't seem aggressive.
Lulin? Friend or foe?
It's a dragon flying towards you. Determine that how you wish.
I just think it's friendly. Actually.
I mean, I talked to all the dragons, and they all said they'd help, and that all of the dragons talk to each other. So presumably, it's a friend.
As this
just hope they can't
dragon
smell dragon
hits
heart.
the opening, it shifts almost instantly into a feathered lizard folk as it touches down and looks at you all. Hello, hello.
Told you.
Hi.
I'm sorry. I sent most of the birds north already.
Oh, it's okay.
Good
We
purposes.
We're actually here on a secondary mission to like give refuge to anyone who needs it.
Ah. And where will they be taking refuge?
technically inside the tree.
There's barely enough room for the 5 of us. 6 of us.
Not if we open the right door.
There is a door?
the world
Oh,
trees are
really?
doors.
I was
Yeah,
not aware. I flew here.
Lulin, would you like to
Yeah.
demonstrate?
Lulin's gonna demonstrate.
Lulin, do the thing.
All right, you turn around and you open the door. It's a slightly different color. So I should just send the rest of the birds through there?
Those that
That would keep them safe in the event that we fail our battle.
Ah.
That the
Well,
battle is lost.
Well, that will be fantastic. We have many, how you say, fledglings.
yes.
And what of
Cool.
and what of the rest, and what of the rest of you? Do you need a ride to the north? I can take you there.
No, we got
that would
we
be
got
pretty
other doors.
badass. But yeah, we're okay. Appreciate your help though.
Then I will see you all at the final battle. Of course, I had to come check
Mhm.
when one of the fledglings told me that a group had appeared through the tree.
Yes.
Oh, was it?
Well,
Oh, okay. Yeah, they were asking who we were.
That must
a
have been
lot.
why they asked who you were. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
multiple times.
Yeah.
Wanted to make
told
sure
me-
they got
They
it
told
right.
me they did not ask who they were.
They said who?
Ah, none of you speak Orin, do you?
Mm-mm.
No.
Ah, well, I'll have to teach you. It is a phenomenal language. It mostly chirps, clicks, and hoots, but
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
I'd be happy to learn once all this is successful and victorious.
you mean
It'd be nice.
Of course. Of course. I mean, we are going to be victorious. What is the other option?
Oh, absolutely.
Die.
Yes. well,
rhetorical.
it is not in the nature. It is
It
not in the
was-
nature of dragons to die.
That's fair. It most certainly isn't.
Yeah, I wonder how many languages I can learn. That would be fun.
With enough
Be
time,
nice to brush
all
up
of
on
them,
my
friend.
primordial. You know, that's fair. Well, if there anything
That
anywhere
should be it
else we
here.
need to go, or
Yes, the work is to be done.
Yeah.
The ancestors. The ancestors. will be
You'll
happy.
have
The ancestors will be happy that the fledglings have somewhere to go, though. That means they may
That's
be more
good.
heavily invested in our fight.
You will have about 8 hours to get people into the tree before your fledglings into the tree before we shut the door during the battle. If we're successful after the battle, we will open all the doors. But
And if we are not,
during the
what
battle,
happens
they
to
must
the,
be closed
what
for
happens to the
safety.
fledglings?
Inside
They
of the world trees are sanctuaries. Time is slowed or stopped at all, but they are sustainable.
Yeah.
They will
live
live.
and thrive.
So
and
it will
grow.
be in their own little dimension, I
World.
guess. Yes.
Yeah.
That is ideal.
Mhm.
Well, if you are not here to attack the city, I must return to preparations.
Mhm.
We are not,
Thank you.
so please continue to prepare.
This lizard folk kind of steps out backwards and falls out of the tree, and you watch the large feathered dragon kind of soar over the crags. As it soars, you watch several rocks fall in behind it, these incredibly large birds of prey. Almost flying in a formation, which is not something that birds of prey normally do. So it's a very interesting thing to see.
That's neat. I'm happy we stopped here. This was fun.
Yes, now leave, so I don't have to plan the rest of the city.
No, you know what? I think we should walk around and
We
look at this
should
empty
Yeah.
city
look
more.
at
I think you are
Yeah.
more than welcome to take 3 steps forward.
City that is accessible. One step to your right, one step to your left, 2 steps forward. Okay, tour over.
Exactly.
You have accessed it. Now leave.
Technically, Newsen can just chug her blue bison and go for an exploration journey.
Yeah,
True.
I was thinking about doing that to spite you, but I decided against it.
Well,
Mhm.
you know, you could spite me, but things feel certain ways about things that aren't Aarakocra flying around the crags. So...
That is true, but those things are all on their way off on an
conceivably
adventure,
on your
so
side right now.
yeah.
Hopefully.
I think it's fine.
Everything will be
Anyways.
okay.
Looks like we have a
Should we
few
go to the-
hours before we need to
Well,
shut some
should we
doors.
should we go to the Cobalt City?
I guess, yeah, probably.
Yeah, let's go there. Besides, we can see Nom.
Seems unlikely.
All right. You guys open a gate to Koboldia, and it looks like the streets are a party.
Awesome.
Wow.
It's all
Go on,
kobolds,
then.
though, concerningly enough.
Hey, do any of you guys know where Nom is?
Ah! The Great Nam has marched off to lead armies to battle.
Oh, cool.
All of
Do you know?
all of Dragonborn and Lizard folk have left city. Kobolds in charge now.
Oh, cool. Do any of you guys want to be in like a safe area? Like,
City is safe.
well, yeah, hopefully. But if it's not, we do have a safer spot.
Safer than city?
Maybe, depending on how this goes. Probably.
A kobold just walks up to you, Lulin, and hands you a bottle of hooch.
Lone's just gonna flick the top off and have a swig.
Oh, it is disgusting. It is barely grog.
I've never
Yeah.
been more disappointed in
If it
anything in
was
my life.
if it was fermented less, you could probably chew it.
I reiterate, I've never been disappointed in anything more than in my entire life.
Listen, not every race can have top tier booze. I'm just saying.
No. It just needs
I don't know.
to
If
be.
I made a world, a rule would be that every race has perfect booze. No one has bad alcohol. It goes from sugary liquids to alcohol just like that. It's a switch.
There's
Sugary
only
liquid
one or
to
the other.
alcohol.
The
To maybe
random
poison.
kobold you are talking to looks at you and goes, "So, where's safe place?"
Okay, so cool. We'll have you guys gather at one of the world trees. But can I?
Well,
Is there
there's
anyone I
probably
can talk to
there's
who's like
probably a
in
door here.
charge?
That
Yeah.
kobold's in charge.
Mhm.
Yeah, but like which? Yeah, but like, are you in charge or is like someone else in charge? Like, who
Kobold's in
tells you
charge.
what to do? Who tells you what to do, though?
Kobolds.
Whoever has the prettiest rock.
Yeah. Okay. Then would you just kind of spread the word that anyone who wants to be at this safer place can meet here in 8 hours, I guess?
The kobold
Sure,
in front of
we
you
know.
takes a
That-
big swig off of the bottle he's holding as he nods, turns around, and promptly falls flat on his face unconscious.
He's got this. We should go.
By the way, before you
Wow.
go, and Karok's gonna take out a one of the 11 diamonds that he got from when he tried to do what Elliot did with the little pocket dimension.
When you pull it out,
it's
every
just
kobold head turns towards you.
Karok, you
I was
made a
gonna
great
say, also,
mistake.
Oh no, I
Looks
was
at
just gonna
Karok.
hand this to one of
You
them and
better
say that
throw
any
it
of them
and
could get
run.
them. Make sure this gets to Nam. He's the shiny rock guy. And Karok just like tosses it into the crowd.
You watch the kobolds scramble into a pile as one holds it up and goes, "I have the shiny rock!" And then you see another kobold punch them in the face and take it from them.
Yeah. That's
I
gonna
think you
go
just
on for a
killed,
while.
like, 3 kobolds.
Well, there's at least 3 dead in the dog pile.
This is why everyone thinks kobolds don't live very long.
Karok?
Well, I mean, in my defense, when I asked Nam for my stone back, they gave it back, and they're the only kobold that I really have experience with. So I just kind of assumed they would. That's on me.
You know,
Small
they did just
brawl is
tell us
turning
that
into an
Nam
all-on
was.
riot.
They did just tell us that Nam is going to be in Brester, so you could have given that to him yourself there.
We should go.
Really?
Karok stopped
Like-
himself from saying something very dangerous.
You want to call it here?
Mm-hmm.
You watch the diamond go skittering down the cobblestones as kobolds chase it, kicking it with their tiny feet and sending it further down the cobblestones.
Elliot casts catapult on it, sending it straight up, like straight
That is
up.
gonna that's gonna kill somebody.
You ever seen World War
Knock it
Z? You ever
back
seen
down.
World War Z?
I was just about to bring that up. It's just like the wall of zombies going up the wall.
It's
Oh,
just a pillar of
God.
kobolds as they climb on top of each other and are actually getting surprisingly good height. A kobold at the top catches the diamond. The whole pillar collapses. The brawl resumes.
Well, we've definitely done something in Koboldia today. I'm sure Nam.
Mhm.
He'd be proud, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't think he wouldn't be proud. I don't know if he's gonna be happy when he finds out that somebody else has a diamond meant for him.
He's
Yeah.
Nom, he'll just steal
Anyway,
it.
let's go.
Yeah. I mean,
This is a bad idea.
Yeah.
if anything, it would be a fun challenge for Nam, because then they could just steal it and prove
That's true.
how good of a stealer they are.
Deal.
Right? Like that sounds like fun.
Hardly know.
I hardly know her.
You got
Brock,
it.
Wait, is
Yeah.
that person named-
as this
wait.
brawl is continuing down the street with more and more kobolds joining in the pile as they see the shiny rock, you feel a tug on your jacket.
Which one? Who?
Karak.
Oh.
Karak, when you look down, there's a small kobold with an eye patch and a peg leg. The peg leg is currently, tied to their normal leg.
Oh, hello.
You have
Do
more?
they need the peg
God,
leg?
no, they don't
Or-
need the peg leg. They're just fitting the
Okay.
vibe.
Got it.
You have more?
Karok, I don't think seeing a kobold in a peg leg and an eye patch can I don't think Karok could lie to them. He's just gonna take the other 10 that he had and just hand it to him and be like, "Don't tell anybody, or you might be in danger."
All 10? How much are those worth?
I don't know.
The kobold is
came
just staring
they
at this
appeared out of
pile shiny
nowhere.
diamonds in his hand
Yeah,
and goes,
but you know that
everything.
Listen, I'd rather not end up just
The kobold continues to look at the diamonds. You hear him mutter something about only one way to keep them safe.
He's
Oh,
gonna
no.
eat them.
He is
I
gonna
know it.
eat them. You just watch
He's
as he
gonna
opens his
eat 'em.
mouth and swallows the diamonds.
I mean, they came for they appeared out of nowhere for me, and now they're
Lyra,
making
you
some people
speak
very
Draconic,
happy.
right?
Yeah.
You hear a yell from behind you that says, "That one's got diamonds in him."
Oh no. That man's about to get gutted like a fish.
I'm gonna turn to him and be like, they know.
He just nods, takes off the peg leg, chucks it at the nearest kobold, and runs like hell.
Speaking of, we
So
should get
we
diamonds
check
for
on
we
the
should
fungi, or
we should
Yeah,
get
that's what
diamonds
I was
for
gonna say.
Revivify. Oh, true.
Yeah, that was the point I was making, is that diamonds are kind of an important resource for bringing people back to life, and now
It is.
10 of them are in the stomach of a kobold.
It is. Nope.
Yeah.
No one told me that.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely sure I did.
As the
I
kobold
I'm
don't
pretty
remember
sure-
into
that.
the wood, into the
wait. As Elliot mimes flipping through things in the air. Yep, here it is. It's on your shelf.
I don't remember that. I
As this-
legitimately don't
as
remember
this
that.
kobold sprints away into the city, you hear him yell, "No takey backsies."
Why
Like
don't
I
you
said,
just
they appeared out of nowhere. Honestly, you all saw them appear. I feel like at least one of you should have been like, "Hey, maybe give those to someone who could use them."
I'm most certain that we did.
No, you didn't,
We
because
did.
I would have given it to you all immediately because I trust you guys know what to do with diamonds more than I do.
Well, now you fed them to a kobold. So
And maybe you guys, maybe they weren't even worth that much because
Yeah, they could have been really shitty diamonds.
Out of
Yeah.
character, would you like to know how much each of those was worth?
Yeah.
How much were they worth?
At least according to the thing that I copy pasted them from, the 5,000 all in total. So each of those is worth about 500.
yeah, they were 500.
Those
apiece.
would
They
have
were
all
perfect
been
for-
revivified diamonds. That's 11 revivifies going into a fight with a god that we can't do. I love that so much.
Like
I
I
do
said,
too.
because Karak absolutely would have given it to anybody had anyone asked.
I don't know why, if we were there to see you
You
make
were
those,
there.
I don't know why we wouldn't have said that immediately.
It was more or less. It
remember
was
us
when
mentioning
when
that.
Karak, I think when they got made, you guys were in the middle of a fight.
No, we weren't in the middle of a fight. We were doing Roran showed Elliot how to make their little pocket dimension thing, and Karak was testing out his new wild magic and was like, I wonder if I can do something like that, and tried to replicate it, and the wild magic surge created those diamonds because it created a door and then it spit them out, and Karak's like, oh, that's cool.
And now they're in a kobold.
We can probably find more diamonds, right?
5,000
those
gold
just
worth
appeared
of
out of nowhere,
diamonds.
so
Do it again.
I can try.
Yeah, you should do it again.
Yeah, I should try and do that, and Karak's gonna try and it's gonna try and Karak's gonna start to attempt it, and then it's like, do we want to do it here?
Roll a
Karak-
Yeah,
d20.
why not?
Surrounded by.
Karak, you
The
have two
kobolds will
options.
probably
all
love
the
it.
kobolds have run away. So.
Yeah.
They're with the
True.
diamonds.
Also,
You have two options, Karak.
mhm,
You either A,
mhm.
make more, or B, get them back.
Yeah, do you want to gut a kobold like a fish, or do some magic?
I mean, I'm more than happy to try some new magic, and Karak is gonna roll, and let me get my little feature.
News is just gonna
real
track
quick.
the crowd chasing the
Make sure they
pre-
don't catch the scent of.
No,
a
no,
being
she's
that can
tracking
break.
she's tracking the crowd for where they're following the non-peg-legged kobold
He
in
is
case she needs to go gut him like a fish.
He has somehow ended up on a roof where he is beating other kobolds off with
Yeah.
roof shingles.
Oh,
So
perfect.
This will let me roll 2 D1000 and choose which one. So first D1000, the second D1000. Now I need to decide which number I want, and if I even know which one of those that would be. I can guarantee that neither of those are diamonds, so that's fun.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
see. Why don't we see what 412 is?
okay.
Hey, 412, shout out Pittsburgh.
What?
Yeah, that's not gonna apply.
Oh,
So-
okay, we can do the other one then if you'd like.
Well, that's also not gonna apply. So just roll 2 more.
You got it.
Your options were trade clothing with your target, which is nothing because there is no target.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or cast friends on yourself.
Oh.
I'm my own friend. Okay. We got
You're about to be if you don't get him
Ooh,
back.
I like 7. Well, it's kind of fun that one's high and one's really low.
Yeah.
What do we got? I accidentally closed my foundry. 761 or 45?
let's go with 45 because that seems like that really low seems interesting.
The
You
sun
cast
explodes.
levitate on
Campaign
yourself.
over.
Brock
What
just
is-
like tries redoing their thing and they just start floating in the air.
Let's
Very,
see
like,
what the other option was, just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Or you could just do another wild
That
magic thing and have both of them happen.
The other thing just said good DM thing.
Oh.
Good DM thing.
So that's just it was your discretion.
We should have
Mhm.
picked that one.
We actually get more diamonds.
yeah,
Yeah.
The kobold
For
on
our
the raft
generosity,
turns
because
inside
of-
out.
Newson like watches, just kind of like slowly watches Karak levitate up into the air, and then goes,
I may not know.
I guess I'm gonna
how
go
this
get
works.
that kobold like a fish. And
you
like
can maybe
turns-
try like a Heimlich.
Yeah,
Yeah, that might
I
work
could punch him
better.
in the gut and see if he pukes him up.
Yeah. yeah.
All right, here's my take. We're gonna use them for Revivify.
Uh-huh.
Oh no!
There are 10 there. We take 9. Use one for
Revive him.
Revivify.
Yeah. That
Okay,
seems
that's
fair.
kinda cute. Wait,
All
does
right.
someone also wait? Point of order. Does anyone have the spell Revivify?
Yes,
Lulin does.
Your power
He's-
okay.
does.
Okay. We're
Yeah.
good.
We were just hoping.
Lulin's known it for a long time.
Lyra,
Okay, good.
Lyra.
Yeah.
He's used it before.
How do you think you're alive?
I don't know. That's
We
not
fixed-
really my business.
We
don't know,
fixed your
kinda
body.
lucky.
Your soul just didn't come back.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna go get that guy. As Newson. I guess
was right. Karak is still floating in the air, like just being like, I literally did this in front of you all. Like I'm starting to think like I'm like, and no one brought it up.
What
Newson-
part
I'm
of I
starting to-
said it was a bad idea did you not understand?
Newson, as this kobold sees you wading towards the building, he starts screaming in draconic no takey backsies.
Oh no. You think I'm walking?
Blue bison flying.
Oh yeah.
He's
I'm
screaming
scooping
it-
that bitch
he's
up so
screaming it
fast.
Even louder as you just grab him by the collar and yank him off
Yep.
this building.
All right, buddy. You got 2 options. Our friend did not think that
Elliot,
through.
Elliot opens a door and like, Newsom, through here.
Am I just throwing him like a fucking bowling ball? Or am I going?
Elliot looks to the rest of the people. All right, everybody else through. We'll bring him back.
Where's
Yeah,
he
It only
going?
took
Remember that field where we met the guy who started getting petrified that we saved?
Oh yeah.
There.
Gotta do all your
That-
miracles in one place.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
You just yoink this kobold as you're all just standing in a field and this kobold's just looking up at you all. So you want back?
Yep.
This is just good.
So-
Yeah.
So here's the deal. We're taking 9 diamonds. You have 10. The options are we take them by force, and we might have to use one to save you. Or you give them all up, you keep one, and go home.
Okay, let me see what happened, Kobold Pocket. As he turns around and just starts puking. Diamonds come out, a fish comes out, like several gallons of alcohol come out.
That's so great.
God.
this goblin's dead regardless.
And then
We
the-
saved his life by making him throw up.
We
then the
probably did.
And then the
Oh, no.
diamonds all scatter across the ground.
And there's his
Great.
stomach.
Yeah. He picks up and promptly re-eats the fish.
Oh.
Naturally.
Okay, let's give him his time and move on
Yep.
with our life.
Okay. What now?
All right.
Oh,
Well-
open the door again and we'll chuck him back through.
Do the
You might wanna
kobold
go
on the
ahead
other
and
side
eat-
know I not have diamonds in me? Maybe I just walk back to Koboldia.
I mean,
That
that's
works.
true.
Do
You know which way?
You watch this kobold kind of look around and then just proceed to begin very confidently walking off in the entirely wrong direction.
I think
Don't
he's
worry, the
got
coast is like another 30 miles. He'll find his way.
it.
I smell
He'll
it.
know it's the wrong direction when he gets there.
You know, he's gonna be a very worldly kobold.
Yeah, this is sort of like study abroad.
Oh yes, campaign 2 starts
is-
with Koboldia the Second.
Oh yeah, no. One of us is playing
this
the
kobold-
kobold's descendants.
God, no. Campaign 2, there's 2 Koboldias because this kobold couldn't find his way back, so he just founded a new city and called it the same thing.
And they are
You know,
at war.
Koboldia.
Yeah.
They are at
Over-
war, not for
you-
any
are
reason
you-
other than deciding who gets to keep the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you tell a kobold you're from Koboldia, they just squint their eyes, just like
North or
Koboldia.
South Koboldia.
No, one
Which-
is
No, it is
spelled with
north
a
and
K
south, but
and one is
on
spelled
the-
with a C.
It is north. No, it's north. It's North and South Koboldia, but they are very clearly east and west of each other.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, I was so excited when they popped out of nowhere, and I'm almost certain I showed you all. I'm starting to think you did that when that happened. You were just like, "That's nice, Karak. Very good, very nice." Anyway,
This kobold scrambles away as you guys count the diamonds and realize there are 9 of them.
I mean, that's what we said.
wanted.
Yeah, that's the amount. He got to keep
kept his
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to think you're gonna let him keep this one though, so he's hauling ass over
He
into
kept it in the
distance.
primordial pouch.
The kobold pocket.
Yep.
So, anyways, this is also the lake where we caught that big wolf fish. So Elliot's gonna go dog and try to find another one. It was a good
I mean,
fish.
Seems like a good use of time as any.
Yeah,
Chill
we
here
got
a little bit.
several hours to kill.
I'll start a fire and cook us some lunch.
All right. Then that is where we will wrap up.
Okay.
Everybody have fun.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Standard kobold shenanigans ensued.
Yep.
Everybody but Karak knew what was going to happen when he pulled out a diamond.
Mhm.
I just can't believe that guy just came up looking for 1, and you were like, "How about 10?"
Oh my god, that kobold had simultaneously the best followed by the worst day of his life. Well,
Listen,
thank you to
I've
everybody
said
for
it
coming
before.
and
I'll say it
joining us.
again.
Oh, continue.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. Karak trusts you guys way more than he probably should. And he has actively been like, anytime he gets something, he has been like, "Hey, I got this thing." And the fact that none of you knew we had 11 diamonds with Karak.
No, we didn't know the value of the diamonds. I'm pretty certain you would not have told us that. Like,
Well, I mean, Karak wouldn't have
I'm
known the
100
value at all anyway.
I'm like 150% sure if we had known anything about those diamonds, that would have been a conversation. I don't know how it got lost in translation there.
It was
Um,
probably,
Magic
we had probably
doors.
gotten a big story beat. We had probably done a big story beat, and then like it got lost in translation
Yeah.
at some point. But that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Thank you to everybody who raided, which I believe. Hang on, let me check my Twitch because I think it was Sky and Spectral Knocked. Thanks for the raids.
Yeah.
Thank you for sticking around, all of our little Shetland Minotaurs that did so.
Yeah.
Thank you to all of our wonderful players. We have Lulin Boldspeaker played by.
Hi, it's me, Brambo. It was a nice that me and Lyra, wombo comboed on creating the coins and shit. That was a nice little thing.
That was cute. Also, if you had said hello, I'm Brambo, it would have rhymed. So
And then we have Elliot
But he
Burning
didn't.
Oak played by.
It's me, Isaac. And if Elliot was represented by any classic rock song, it would be Stairway to Heaven. But I think my my favorite part of the session was clearly the Kobold.
Mhm.
Then
It's
we
always a
have-
good time in Koboldia.
Then we have Lyra Dream Shadow,
Well-
played by.
Rosie, one Rosie CS on the intranet. And my favorite part about today was the Elliot Lyra Dream Team magic situation. That was fun.
True.
And then we have Newsin Worldwalker, played by.
It's me, the Sky Tea. I like the dissonance, I guess, between the party members in terms of whether we should or shouldn't convince the people from Zoit to value their lives. That was a fun little bit of tension.
I figured that was an interesting curveball to throw you guys.
Mm.
And last but not least, we have Karakarim, played by.
Hello, it's Terminian Link VT, and even though it's already been said, I'm not gonna lie, the wombo combo of the shield and soldiers that Lyra and Elliot summoned by linking their magic was really fucking cruel.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next Monday with another episode of Bits, Crits, and Halfwits, episode 149, which means we might wrap up on 150. Who knows?
Aren't we gonna end on 100?
Shut up.
Sorry,
This campaign was
off
only
by
supposed to
50%.
This campaign was only supposed to last a year and a half.
That's
Oh
how
yeah,
they
where
go.
have I heard that before? It's supposed to
Well,
just be for the
I don't know.
summer.
You probably just heard it 3
Stop
years
talking.
ago. Everyone, I'm going to send you off to Nightingale Nix playing some Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
We love some
'cause
Skyrim.
We love some good Skyrim. But thank you for joining us, and until next time, be good to yourselves, be good to your friends, be good to the world. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time here on the Disaster Tour.
Bye.
Bye!